Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is another language coaching lesson, and in this series of videos I want to talk to you about certain phrases that we know but we usually don't use when we are in a beginner level and sometimes even a pre-intermediate level, and they are very good for one, making us or helping us sound of a more advanced level, and also to give the person speaking to us more information about what we want to say so they can continue the conversation with us, and things flow more easily. Okay, so this first topic that I want to talk to you about is signal words for tenses. Okay, I am also going to cover other phrases that will help you use a little bit more complex kind of language, but in this video I will focus only on signal words or phrases. So first, what are signal words or phrases? These are words and phrases that help us sound a little bit more sure about what we're talking in a specific tense. We give the idea of being more comfortable when speaking because we add a little bit of information to our sentence, and also we don't sound like a subject predicate formation in our sentence, right? It's not that our sentences or speech when we speak, they don't sound so square, right? We give them a little bit of flow with these phrases. So for example, these signal words in simple present can be things like every day, always, usually, generally, okay? So notice the difference if I say or ask, what do you do on Sundays? And you say, I go to my mother's house. Versus, on Sundays, I generally go to my mother's house. Notice how it's the same thing, right? It's the same information. It's not that you need an advanced level of English to add these words, but you're adding these phrases and words like on Sunday and generally to sound a little bit more flexible in your answer and not just too direct. What do you do on Sundays? I go to my mother's house, So you add the intro, like on Sundays, you give yourself time to think about your answer, right? And then you say, I generally, because maybe it's not always, right? Go to my mother's house. It's not always, but it's very common for you, so you use generally, right? So that gives a little bit more of information for the other person to continue the conversation. The same we can do in the simple past, right? There are signal phrases and words for the past too. And you add things like in the past, you add a specific point in the past. For example, last year, last month, okay, 2 years ago. Phrases like this will help you to really sound a little bit more flexible, like we said, and giving more information. So an example would be, what did you do in your last vacations? You can answer, I went to the beach and we had fun, right? But you can say, during my last vacations, I went to the beach, and the last time I went to the beach was 2 years ago. So this time I had a very good time. I had so much fun, not like last week or last time we went on vacations, for example, right? So signal phrases like this can really help you to improve your speaking. First, because you use them to sound more relaxed. Also, because they make you sound, they give the other person more information so they can speak to you, right? And they make your language more complex. So you sound of a little higher level of English, right? You can do this with other tenses like simple past, using 2 years ago, last week, last night, okay, yesterday, last month, all these phrases for the simple past. And you can also use this with the present continuous. Something like I'm studying versus I am currently studying English, right? So you use currently, you use right now for the simple future, right? And for present perfect, you have other signal words like already and other ones that will help you sound more conversational, okay? So think about this. First, review signal words for tenses, and also think and try every time you're speaking to add one of these phrases so you can sound more conversational next time.